Congressman, you are a member of the Bipartisan War Powers Caucus. What role will Congress have in all of this?
Well, Congress is going to have a role because we're going to see what the final action in the U.S. is. What's going on right now is that the president is taking what I would call a defensive tactic by helping an ally defensively. He's not aggressively, he's not inserting troops, but he's protecting our own troops and our own facilities and infrastructure that we have over there as well. So he has the rationale to go forward. But moreover, President Trump actually provided a kind of a stasis or a quiet period of about 60 days to see if Iran would come to the table. They chose not to. And so Congress at some point here is in the I'm talking very near future, we're going to have to come in and say, what is it we're doing? What's the authority to do it if it's going to continue on and provide the necessary cover? When I say cover, I'm talking about the discussion and the decision how we're going to support Israel, our ally. But the bottom line is, I know President Trump wants peace in the region, and I know he was giving Iran a chance to find peace. But we also have to tip our hat to the intelligence community of Israel. It is phenomenal the way they handled this, and it's reminiscent, quite frankly, of how they handled the terrorists who got the pagers and the cell phones. It was very targeted, and we in Congress have got to get to a handle on it, and I can tell you that we're going to be having briefings very soon.
Congressman, are you, based on what you've heard from the administration or your own analysis, are you expecting Iranian strikes against U.S. assets in the region?
I think Iran is threatening that. I think we have to protect and defend against it, be on high alert, because it may happen. But it would be a terrible mistake if they did so.
So I want to talk about some political tensions here at home. The Democrat Party is rallying around California Senator Alex Padilla, who was cuffed and removed from Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem's news conference yesterday after forcefully crashing it and resisting officers.
He was treated like any other citizen would have been, yet the Democrats are treating this stunt like it's the equivalent of the shot heard around the world. Listen.
If you could make Alex Padilla forcibly kneel before this executive, when does it stop? They treated a member of the United States Senate violently. When you drive a man to his knees in the United States of America, that is wrong, that is wrong, that is wrong.
It was one of the most outrageous things I've ever seen in 67 years on the planet, John.
That's what happens in dictatorships, in authoritarian regimes.
The Trump government has crossed one of the reddest of red lines that can exist in a free society.
I believed all along we were marching towards authoritarianism, and people were telling me in December, you're overreacting. And I said, the road to authoritarianism is littered with people telling you you're overreacting.
I mean, your reaction.
They're projecting. I mean, these are the same yo-yos that were trying to lock down the country. They were arresting, Gavin Newsom was arresting people for paddleboarding or walking in a park just a few years ago. And let me just make this very clear. Nobody, the Democrats are always saying nobody's above the law. But what Senator Padilla did yesterday was go forcefully and with alacrity and purpose and rather wildly, quite frankly, toward the podium where Kristi Noem was speaking. Nobody knew who he is. I don't know who he is. And even if he says I'm a U.S. senator, he needs to produce ID. That's why we wear pins everywhere, so people will know and security will know that we are a member of Congress. He didn't have that, and he was going forward. And when you watch the DHS video from the beginning, not what the Democrats are playing, but what came from the beginning. This guy is forcefully going at Kristi Noem, trying to rip up her conference there, and he's being told to back up. He refuses to back up. And that is a huge problem. He deserved what he got, quite frankly, and he needed to be taken out of there, quite frankly.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you, Congressman Andy Biggs.
We appreciate you.